guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a full review on two brand new products from Too Faced. Now, when I first heard about these two products specifically coming out on the market, I knew I was gonna pick them up the moment that they hit because they really spoke to me, and I kind of had a feeling that I was really going to love both of them. So do I? Well, I'm gonna get all into that during this review. So the two products that I'm gonna be talking to you guys about are the brand new Born This Way Concealer. The real name is Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer, and it is a full coverage concealer, and it is a 4-in-1 concealer meant to conceal, contour, highlight, and retouch. And that retouch part, I am definitely going to comment on and let you guys know how I feel about that claim. And also the Born This Way Ethereal Setting Powder. Now, this really isn't a new product because Too Faced did already come out with this powder maybe sometime last year, I believe. But this is one of the newer shades. They originally came out with just your standard translucent shade. That's the same shade as all the other translucent powders out there. But they also now have translucent medium, which is the one I got, and a translucent deep or dark. I forget the name, but I'll put the correct name in the description box. So they have two extra shades for, of course, darker skin tones. So I definitely knew that I wanted to pick up this one in medium. The darker shade would be too dark for me, but I love that. I love being able to say, as a woman of color, something is too dark for me. That's amazing. So anyone out there with deeper skin than myself, definitely give that deeper shade a try. The packaging is beautiful. Too Faced has always done pretty nice packaging. You know, it's definitely an acquired taste. I know some people don't care for it, but I see that they do put effort into their packaging, and I will show you some close-up shots, and I really do enjoy their packaging, especially for this Born This Way line. I really feel like they've done a beautiful job creating both of these products specifically. First up, let's talk about the concealer. So this is it right here in my hot little hands. I picked up the shade Warm Sand, and I actually could have gone down another shade because this ended up being quite close to my own skin tone. I am wearing it today, and I will show you a clip of me applying it, and you can see that it is not that brightening, but I'm okay with it. I'm wearing it right now, and if I do say so myself, I think I look fly. It is $36 Canadian or $29 US, and you get a 0.5 fluid ounce or 15 milliliter amount in this container. It's made in Italy, and it lasts for 12 months after you open it. It comes in 20 shades, which is fantastic. Quite a few more than Tarte's Shape Tape, and I mentioned Tarte for a reason because this concealer, before it even came out on the market, was touted as possibly rivaling Tarte's Shape Tape, and I'll let you know whether or not I think this comes out on top over Tarte. It is oil-free. It gives maximum coverage with a natural finish. So I just showed you a moment ago, but I'll show you again. This is the doe foot applicator that it comes with, and if you can look really closely, hopefully my camera will focus. It is a diamond shape. There is a very definite point at the top there. It is a slanted doe foot, but the top, the very top of it does come to a point, which is so perfect for getting into, you know, all the smaller areas of the face. So I love the fact that they added that little extra detail. Now I'm gonna switch over to talking about the powder. And again, I'm gonna show you some close-up shots. You can see by the extra B-roll that I shot that there is a very cute heart-shaped sifter that you see on top of the container, and there's also an extra lid that you can place down into the sifter to prevent extra powder from coming out and making a big mess in the cap of the powder. What I've done when I was using it and testing it out, I dumped a little bit, the little bit that I needed at the time, into the cap, used that, and then was able to close down that second lid to prevent any more product from coming out just by it, you know, sitting in my makeup bag or anywhere and having it roll around, because that's, you know, what makeup does when you put it somewhere. When you're traveling, it gets rolled around and then all of this excess powder is sitting on top. But with this extra lid that Too Faced has provided for you, it won't do that. So that is a great added packaging bonus that I am very thankful that Too Faced did include. So for this powder, you get 0.56 ounces or 17 grams. Again, it is good for 12 months, and it now comes in 3 shades. So you have your traditional translucent, you have your translucent medium, and the translucent dark. So both of these products, because they are part of the Born This Way collection, have very similar ingredients. One of them that I am very so because both of these products are from the Born This Way line, which also includes a foundation, they also are going to have similar ingredients. And the one ingredient that is very intriguing to me, being a skin enthusiast, is hyaluronic acid. And hyaluronic acid is in both of these products, and that to me is probably one of the key reasons why I love the performance of these two so much. You can see when I'm applying the concealer as well as the powder, there is no patchiness. It's not difficult to blend. The concealer goes on beautifully. I did do the dot method as Too Faced does suggest. If any of you have the Tarte Shape Tape, I'm sure you're familiar with using just dots instead of doing big sweeping motions with the doe foot applicator, which I do not suggest at all. You will end up applying too much product. It blends out beautifully. It is not at all cakey. It doesn't feel heavy. It doesn't look heavy, but you get that max coverage that you get with Tarte's Shape Tape. But because of that hyaluronic acid, that's what I'm attributing it to, you don't get any dryness, any flakiness, any creasing under the eye. It is a beautiful looking concealer under the eye. I did also use it in the form of concealing around my face. It does a great job of that too. And I also did use it as a retoucher, as they suggest. After all my makeup was all applied throughout the day, if I felt like anything faded, I went in and I used this on top of a full face, a completely done look, and used it as a retoucher, just a very tiny amount, and patted it into where I wanted it to go, and it did a beautiful job. It goes over an already made up face beautifully. So I know a lot of you guys out there are going to really love that feature. How many products are there out there that you can do that with? And I know especially now, because it's hot, it's summertime, you know, you can expect that your makeup may melt and slide and shift and move throughout the day, and you can take something like this with you on the go to retouch, and it's gonna give you the coverage that you want, more so than maybe a powder. You know, we all are used to carrying around powders to do retouching, right? But what happens with powder a lot of the time, powder upon powder upon powder is gonna get dry and cakey looking, even in hot weather. So a liquid product like this, I think, is a much better idea to do touch-ups, because you're not gonna have to deal with that kind of a cakey, dry looking mess. The powder went on so beautifully. I was blown away by how beautifully this set my under eye as well as any other areas on my face. no flashback when I took photos, no creasing, no weird color changes. Sometimes some powders can make the color of your foundation or other face makeup change. None of that happened. It is very finely milled, a beautiful tone. I think they did a great job with this medium shade, because sometimes a lot of medium toned powders out there are still very much on the light end, but this is a true medium. So if you are not tan, I would say this would only work for someone that has a good tan. Definitely not a light or light medium skin tone. Definitely tan and deeper will get a lot of great use out of this shade, and I love it. I am so in love with how each of these perform on their own as well as together. Too Faced, you did that. So before I wrap this up, I do want to touch on Tarte Shape Tape versus this new Too Faced Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer. Which one do I prefer and which one do I suggest to you guys? I'm gonna say I love this Too Faced one.
What?
I do. I really do like it more than Tarte's Shape Tape. And the number one reason for that is because of the moisturizing properties. I know so many people that actually don't like Tarte's Shape Tape. The number one reason for that is the dryness factor. It's just too heavy, too full coverage, too drying looking under the eyes especially. And this is Tarte's Shape Tape in a moisturizing formula. To me, it does exactly what Tarte Shape Tape does, but it just looks a lot better under the eye. So if you've been put off by the Shape Tape for that reason, the Too Faced Born This Way Sculpting Concealer is definitely for you. So that's it, guys. That wraps up my review on the brand new Too Faced Born This Way Concealer and brand new shade in their Ethereal Setting Powder lineup. I really hope you guys do check each of these products out. They are fantastic. Too Faced, I know, has gotten a lot of flack over their shenanigans over the years, but these two products, I'm gonna give credit where credit is due. They killed it. These two products are bomb, and I highly recommend them to everyone. So if you did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.